Hey, call me Shape, and today I'm reacting to a video titled, Lonely Older Women Are Upset That Men Are Rejecting Them. Let's get right into it.
Gents, this may not surprise you. Older women are struggling when it comes to dating and finding love.
What would you say the hardest thing about going through a divorce at 44 is?
Trying to figure out how I'm going to start my life again. It's hard.
Was the relationship like 10 years plus, or?
Yes.
What's your outlook on going back into the world single?
It's dire. It doesn't look good.
So I just got stood up. He hasn't called. He hasn't said a word. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have dinner all by my beautiful black self.
I think I'm pretty cute, but nobody ever hits on me. I'm not expecting anybody to pay my bills or pay for my dinner, but nobody ever hits on me. So there just aren't any confident men. I know how hard it is for you guys to approach women, so I appreciate it. I don't know. What do I do?
I just got off the phone with my friend and she's like, I'm done. I stopped dating 3 years ago. You didn't get the memo? I'm done. I'm better off alone. I have my job. I'm financially secure. I have my house. My only child is an adult and I'm healthy. I don't need problems in my life.
I'm not done dating because I'm done with men. I still like men. I still want one for myself, but I'm not going to be actively dating. Person that I'm looking for is also looking for me, and I run into them, great. But if not, I'm done.
I am 41 years old, single, without kids, living in a van outside my mom's house.
This is my mom. Mom, you happy that I'm moving next door?
For some reason, I decided to look up my college boyfriend. I, on the other hand, am sitting in a park right now in my pajamas, having just gotten my coffee. I don't really want to go home, so I'm avoiding my responsibilities as long as possible. Yeah, I think maybe he dodged a bullet with me.
I'm afraid she has a point.
I'm 53. It has been several years. Where are all the good men? I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just freaking tired. Why is it so hard to find your person?
I think that ship has sailed, don't you?
What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I am your host, Sean C. I remember when I was growing up, I always thought of older women as having grace, wisdom, and class. The older women in my family were strong, beautiful black women. What I didn't know was all of the drama and the toxic family history that other people had with the women in their families. And modern women today are going down the exact same path, maybe even worse. Today we're going to look at why older women are struggling to find love, how their past behavior has led to their present loneliness, and what older women can do to find love that nobody is talking about or willing to tell them.
We don't need black men. We are the most educated demographic in this country right now. We have started more business than any demographic in this country right now. We're doing great. We don't need anyone.
We was never going to date you anyway.
You can't ask any of the male contacts that for money. Yes, it is time. Block, 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 block. The wax lady, your hairstylist, your landlord, your phone bill. Payment method is not good morning.
If you don't feel like you can help out with me and my kid, then we don't have anything to talk about.
So men don't like me. They like to look at me, but once I start talking, it's a different story.
Sit down and shut up.
So what do? I continue talking.
Nobody wants that.
If a man believes that you'll never leave him, that means it's time for you to leave him.
That's terrible advice.
If you could give a single girl some dating advice, what would you say to her?
Just bang them all.
Oh, I'm a nasty motherfucker.
Bang them all because men are so immature. You're not gonna lock anyone down. Don't even start thinking yet about the husband stuff. But keep an eye out for the good ones in your college until you're kind of like older and you're ready to like settle down with a boy.
Yeah.
And then call that guy up, like that one you had your eyes on.
And there it is.
If he ain't paying all them bills, he can't say nothing.
And there lies the problem. Older women are giving younger women bad advice. Because you know what? I think they could give them the right advice, but they want to ruin their lives. They want to ruin their lives because they're jealous that you're young and you have an opportunity and they blew it. And so you know what? Misery likes company. They want you to be rotten just like they are. Didn't you see in the beginning of this video clip all these women talking about, I'm 62, I want to be in love, how come no one hits on me anymore, and how come I can't find a man to spend my life with, we're all the good men. You banged them all when you were younger, or you banged all these dudes for fun, and now you want a man to commit to you. It's funny that women can get away with this, but they can. You know why? Because there's enough men that struggle so much with women that they're going to have to just accept it. They're going to have to accept all these dudes' leftovers. They are. But the men that women really want, they don't have to accept it. And you know what? So that means women ultimately won't be happy because the men they really want don't want them. And I think they figured this out in their older age. It's not that these older women can't get men. They can't get the men that they want. I think that's what they really should say.
Nothing, because he's just a roommate. You as a woman, if you're married, single, whatever, if your man is not paying every bill in that house, do whatever you want.
That sprinkle lady gonna have y'all single forever. Stop trying to be a mean girl when dating. Tell me where that's gotten y'all.
Is there anything I could have done to save our relationship?
I appreciate the fact that you realized how closed off you were. To answer your question, I think you could have saved the relationship by being more appreciative, putting more effort, the same way I did. I kept stepping towards you, but you kept stepping back. And marriage was out the question because don't nobody want to marry anyone who not showing the same appreciation as them or who not giving their effort like them. So that just pushed me back.
I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here.
You have blown your youth. You spent the years between 18 and 35 doing whatever the hell you chose to do. No heat, no judgment. But you blew your youth. When your counterparts who were looking to marry up and marry well were getting married their junior and senior year in college, the first and second year after college, they were married at 22 and 23, and you were laughing at those white girls and those Asian girls getting married at 22, 23. You get married after college, that's too young. We need to go on girls trips and having our best life and hot girl summer and all this other bullshit. Now, they're 10 years into their marriage, 3 kids deep, and their husband's a VP of marketing somewhere. While you still got you and your cats are living in a loft downtown, driving your BMW in a middling career. You ain't on no career track. You blew your youth. You can't get that back.
What is feminine about me working hard and paying bills? Back then I'm singing independent. I don't know what possessed me to be singing such nonsense. It was the work of the devil to be wanting equal this and equal that.
The real patriarchal system is all these elites convincing you that men ain't shit, you shouldn't want a family, and you should focus on your career so that you can be enslaved to companies and corporations.
Ain't that the truth? A man ain't you don't need men, but you need an employer. You need a boss, right? He's probably a man. Because I know women hate working for a woman, right? They can't stand that. They can't, there's an expression, they say, why do women live so long? And it's because they don't marry women. We die young as men because we're married to them, right? We're married to the problem. And would you believe that there's actually more domestic violence between same-sex marriages and relationships, right? Female and female relationships. There's more violence. Yeah. And it's funny because those same-sex relationships also have a higher divorce rate for women. The women do, right? But the men actually have a lower one. Yeah, shockingly. Or not so shocking. But I think this lady's right. I think women are given bad advice, right? And Kevin Samuels exposed this. He would ask ladies, what's the right time? He would actually have older women come on the show. What's the right time for a woman to consider marriage? And a lot of women didn't want to answer that question because they were unmarried in their 40s, right? So they didn't want to say get married in your 20s because they didn't do it. A lot of women, they can't give you advice outside of what they've done. They have to tell you, the advice they could give you has to represent what they did as a good thing. They can't tell you, oh no, I messed up. They won't say that because that's accountability, and women don't do this. And so women keep women single. You see the thumbnail, right? Thumbnail says, the sprinkle lady will keep you single. I believe that. Because the advice she gave you, look what happened to that one lady. She thought she was following her advice word for word, and now she was in a bad situation with her trophy husband, and she was a trophy wife. But I don't know what's going to fix all this. I'm really convinced that people don't actually want marriage and relationships because marriage doesn't actually work for most people. Most people get divorced. So marriage is not working. And I'm not blaming marriage per se, but I'm blaming the things that we expect out of marriage. We expect that if we marry someone, or we want to be married in order so we can find our forever person, the person that we love, we're madly attracted to. We have a great chemistry in the bedroom. Okay, so the indoor Olympics is outstanding, right? They want someone to be a good father, a good leader. They want a man to be concerned about their feelings and emotions and to like the same things that they like and not to be judgmental. Anyway, they have this laundry list of things. And my question to you is this. What man do you know that's like that? What man do you know is like that? Because you could be a good father, but not a good leader. And you could be a good leader, but not a good father, right? You could have a lot of money, but you're not that attractive. You're not that good in the bedroom. You could be great in the bedroom, but you don't have that much money. Life is about trade-offs. And the biggest lie to women is that you can have it all. You can't. And some people say you can't have it all, just not all at once, right? You can date one guy one time, another guy at another time, but that's miserable in itself, right? You have to date all these different men to realize that, hey, nobody has it all. No one has everything. You see, me, I won't lie. I'm trying to live my life in such a way where I have a lot of the things a girl would want, but I won't lie. One of the things I don't have is I don't think like women. And I know women love men that think similar to them. They're kind of emotionally adept. They're socially adept like women. I'm not. I'm so big on telling the truth because that's what we do, right? We tell the truth. We're honest about it. But in order to be great women, you got to lie, right? So I've been trying to get better at lying. Honestly, and I know it sounds crazy, but in order to improve my romantic life and the outcomes of my dating, I got to be better at lying. I can't tell you how many times I've lost relationships by telling the truth. Yeah, by telling the truth. I know, it sounds wild, but it's true, right? So in the future, what I've learned is in order to keep women, quote unquote, happy in a relationship, you have to lie with them. You have to play with them. You have to joke. Everything has to be so cavalier. Nothing can be serious. And as a man, I guess that could be fun because it's a different life than we're used to. But you really have to work hard at that because I'm not a clown. I'm not a comedian. I'm not a jokester. Even though I like to have fun, even though I like to tell jokes, I don't do it all the time. But women kind of need that energy all the time. So I don't know. To each his own. I'm not too worried about it. I'm working on building my status, which I think is the most important thing for a man, is to build his value. Everything else will probably fall in place.
Misogynists are all the people that convinced you that objectifying and sexualizing yourself is liberation, because guess what? Now, real misogynists don't even gotta try for the pussy, you'll just give it up. And the government loves all of this shit, because so long as you think that women like me and men who actually value you and want a good wife are your enemy, you will never wake up to realize that the true enemy is all these celebrities that are in cahoots with the government that feed us all the same fucking lies.
It's unfair, like, why the f do I have to go through this? And he's just fine. Like, that's not f***ing fair.
You created this problem.
My ex-husband, who we got divorced in December, but continued to, for some reason, see each other through January, got in a relationship with a woman at the end of February, and I just found out he got married already.
You mean this tasty bitch he was with? It's the best part.
My husband is of kidney failure, and I've had the best news ever. His sons have taken a test to see if they're a match for Jeremy's kidneys, and they're not, which is amazing. But the reason they're not is because Jeremy's not actually their real dad. So this is like the best news ever. He doesn't need to know, but this might finally kick off. He might have a heart attack in this time.
A few moments later.
I've spent 17 years of my life with an elderly man who smelled like cabbage, just to be told I've got nothing in the will, nothing, and he was worth £33 million. I have wasted my life with a geriatric coffin dodger.
You ain't shit.
We're in our prime now. Niggas get in their prime as they get older. The more money they get, the more they could be in their prime. Women are not like that. When you start looking dried up, you ran through, like, what can you do with yourself?
Not a damn thing.
But you could be a trophy bitch at 40.
Stop the cap.
A lot of you men, black men.
Women. I know it sucks that the standards aren't the same for us, but they're not. And just accept it. Right? You guys are born with value. When you're 18, 19, you have all the attention in the world. You have their highest sexual market value, and you squander it to bang them all, like that lady said earlier. To bang them all. Right? Yeah, to get ran through. I was shocked because I would meet girls that would like this, and I was like, I couldn't believe a girl, like, I would have one night stands with girls that were so beautiful. In my mind, I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. Because in my mind, like, yo, you could get a relationship out of me. You could make me wait. You could make me take you on dates. But no. I've even had situations with girls where I would try to take them down like that route, and they'd be so turned off. Like, what? Like, you don't want to hook up? And I'm like, whoa, I'm not trying to make you into, I'm not a slut maker or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But that's what they want. These sleuths want to get ran through. I thought, oh, maybe they're trauma, maybe they got issues in their lives. No, this is the information that's being fed to them by older women, by society, and they believe it. They believe. See, I don't believe a lot that society says. I told you, you guys know, if you watch my channel, if you're new here, I'm letting you know, I'm vegan, right? So not only I don't trust what people say, I don't trust what they say to eat. I don't. So they're saying, oh, eat all the meat, eat all the meat, eat all the meat, eat all the cheese, eat all the dairy. But I've never looked at a cow and got satiated. I'm like, oh man, I never started salivating when I seen a cow. Like, yeah, I want to just like, I hope someone chops them up so I can eat a piece of that. I never felt that way. In fact, I remember going to like a Native American, I don't know, it was like some kind of Native American like festival, carnival, and there were like buffaloes, and there were like different animals, and they were serving buffalo burgers, and I was so disgusted. I got a buffalo burger, I couldn't eat it. And I was still a meat eater at the time. I couldn't eat it. I was just like, and that natural instinct, that disgust to eating animals never goes away. It's true. We actually have to trick our minds into believing that this is okay. That's why we have to dress up the meat. Season it, coat it, put flour in it, cover it in bread. We have to do all these things to meat to make it look so distinctive from what it really is, which is just a dead animal. That's the only way we can eat it, right? We have to fool ourselves. Where plants, take a banana, eat a banana. Take an orange, eat an orange. Take an apple, eat an apple. Take a potato, bake it, eat the potato, right? You couldn't do this with animals, right? And I'm saying this to say that a lot of these things are obvious. Like even for women, a lot of the truths are obvious, but women refuse to see it. And I feel for them because whether you accept reality or not, that doesn't mean you're going to be exempt from the consequences of you not accepting reality. The consequences are still the same. When you hit 40, when you hit 50, you'll be lonely. You'll be lonely. Yeah. And so I meet women my age, and you start to see that some of them start to realize, like, ooh, I got to start cooperating with men because I'm getting older and I'm still single, right? And these are well-to-do women. These are attractive women. They make good. I know so many women, black women, that are well-to-do. They make good money, good careers. They're still in great shape, but they're single because their male counterparts have so many options, including myself. It's hard for us to settle down. Like, it's really hard. It's hard for me, especially because I'm rewarded for having rotations. I'm not rewarded for being the guy, like I said before, that wants to take you on a dates and make an honest woman out of you. No, I'm rewarded for turning you into a one-night stand. I'm rewarded for that. So, you incentivize bad behavior, ladies, you're going to get more of it. You're going to get a lot more of it.
What I've observed is y'all living y'all's best lives and them being so triggered by you living your best life that they think that you're trying to provoke them.
We don't care about you.
Older women want to be younger.
Here I come. Oh, here I come.
So you have 40-year-old women and 46-year-old women trying to look like and act like the 23-year-old. And there are women, and this is no disrespect, but no women in their 60s getting BBLs. Like, what is happening? What are we doing? So how can a woman who's 23 trust your leadership if you're trying to look like her?
Watch out now. Be able to have a good time, have fun, and still be able to be respected for the woman that I truly am.
Yes, I want it all.
What she just said is flat out crazy. What you clapping for? You want to go out here, turn up. Then you want to go somewhere with the man and have prayer.
She belongs to the streets.
Is a woman at 25 and a man at 25, do they have the same market value?
No.
Oh, okay. Whose market value is higher?
For the dating market or marriage?
Sexual marketplace. A 21-year-old woman and a 21-year-old man. Who has the higher sexual marketplace value?
The woman.
25-year-old man and a 25-year-old woman. Who has a higher sexual marketplace value?
The woman again.
A 30-year-old woman and a 30-year-old man. Who has a higher sexual marketplace value?
The man.
The 35-year-old man and a 35-year-old woman. Who has a higher sexual marketplace value?
The man.
And as I keep going in 5-year increments, will women ever overtake a man's sexual marketplace value?
Not in the long term, no.
No.
Like, that's
Not in the long run. And if women got that message early on, maybe they'll realize it's probably better to get married first. I'm just saying, it's probably get married at a young age when you're at your peak. Right? 20, 25. I know women don't want to do. I know they want to throw away their 20s to have a good time and partying and going to college. Isn't it convenient that college is like 4 years of your life, right when you're at your highest peak and you're partying and having a good time? And then afterwards, when you think, all right, I got a few more years of just like being employed and I can figure it out. And by literally like 5 years later after college, 6 years later after college, your sexual market value starts to go like this. Sharp decline as men start to shoot up. I won't lie, it feels good to be a man at this age. I finally feel like I understand why women are so delusional, because even me, like I'm like, why settle? But the difference for me is like my sexual market value is going to keep going up. Literally, as years go by, as I accumulate more money, as I've hit the gym, I've been in the gym for the last 5 years straight. I've gained 30 pounds. I've never been complimented on my body so much. Like, I literally look more attractive now at 36 than I did at 26. And I have more money now. And I have more wisdom. I have more resources. I have more status. I have more clout. My trajectory is way higher now. Like, who I'm going to be by 40, like, I don't even... Sometimes I think about it, I'm like, man, I'm excited. Like, you know, clean millionaire by 40. Clean. Clean millionaire by 40. Clean. Like, no doubt in my mind. And as men, you could do this. But as women, they can't. Well, okay, they could become millionaires, but their lives won't be going in the same direction, because as you're becoming millionaires, what they're going to find out is they're not going to be more desirable than when they were just 20 years old and broke. And it's hard for women to accept that. So I think the cope is, oh, men are intimidated. Why are we intimidated by someone with a low sexual market value? Listen, I meet women that have more money than me all the time. I won't lie. I've sacrificed a lot in my life, like doing YouTube, becoming an entertainer. Like, I've been trying to become an entertainer my entire life. Like, I've been rapping since I was 14 years old. From like 14 to like 21, 22, 23, I was going hard. And then around that time, 24, 25, I just discovered photography. I'm like stumbling over my words. I became a photographer. I started shooting models, and I try to make that into a career. Now I'm pivoting to being a YouTuber, and I'm making that my career. But the entire time I'm trying to become an entertainer. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make to you is that I've been working at this for a long time, where other people have had success. They went to college, they got degrees, it worked out, so they've been making money. For me, I'm still broke the entire time. But now I'm at the point where in YouTube, where I'm about to really take off. Like, finally, I'm right here. And all the women that are ahead of me, I'm about to eclipse them. And when I do, it will shock them, because their thoughts are, rich men become rich when in their 20s. They don't realize that men take a longer time to gain wealth. They don't realize that, right? That's why they can't even hold a man down. They don't want to wait for a man to get his stuff together, right? They want to meet men at the finish line. So while I'm about to get to the finish line, and the women that all turned their eye on me, turned their back on me, didn't believe on me, they'll turn around and say, gee, this dude, he has a big following. He's making money on YouTube. And why does he not want me? He used to want me, you know, and now they want me now. And, you know, being the knucklehead that I am, I'm probably still going to entertain them, but just for fun, just for kicks, just for recreation, just to say I did it. And I don't care if they watch this video. Watch it. Yeah. Watch it. I'm still going to do it. But I'm saying this to say that, you know, this is the trouble with the world. If you know this, if you knew this, you could plan better, plan your life better, you know, and, it's unfortunate, man, we get the last laugh. And I know women would love to have the last laugh as well. But that's not the way God made it. Okay, anyway, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Channel's blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.